everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 133, and we are starting out here over in the port city. As you guys probably already know by the thumbnail and the title, we are going to be doing something super cool today, and we're actually going to be working on building up a boat. I want to go ahead and get some large interest into this area. I know we've been doing a lot of destroying of blocks and things like that, and the only thing we really have built up for the port city so far is this little thing right here, this little wall and part of a dock and things like that. And I thought it'd be really cool to get our first boat built in right here. So we're going to start on that guy today. It's going to be pretty massive. I think it's going to be over 30 blocks long. And yeah, we're going to see how that guy goes. I've went ahead and gathered up a bunch of stuff. I want to do this mainly out of spruce. So we got 2 shulker boxes of spruce log and we got 1 of dark oak logs. We're going to do that stuff all just kind of here to get ready and go forward with that. I'll tell you what though, I think what we're going to start this out with is I'm going to jump over into the super flat world, do a little bit of planning out here of seeing what this guy looks like, because I have not built a boat more than those little like 11 block long ones that we built, one over in the fishing village way over there by our big old castle. That's the only boat I've ever built in this world, and that's the only one I've built probably ever in Minecraft in general. So I'll tell you guys what, let me go ahead and jump over in the super flat world, see what this guy's gonna look like. I'll bring you guys in over there after I get a good general idea, and then we'll come back in here and we'll start building that guy up. All right guys, welcome back. It's been a few hours. It's been a lot of tears, a lot of progress, and a lot more tears, but we got a boat. This, I decided to go ahead and just make half the boat because I figured we're going to take the shape of the hole over there, duplicate it on this side so it's even and the boat doesn't fall over on its side. So that's going to be pretty much how it's going to go. So we got our whole level under here. We got like another area right here for storage, and this is going to be like a trading vessel, guys. It's not going to be like a warship or anything like that. It's all going to be about like trading and storing goods and things like that. So down here could be like a great place to store all your stuff. Up here could be like the sleeping quarters for everybody, and maybe part of it dedicated to storage as well. And then we'll have like the captain's quarters up in this little area right here with some like big windows out the back. This isn't a fully finished design for what I want it to be. I'm not really sure on the mast and everything like that. I think this middle one needs to be a little bit taller, and maybe that could be a little bit shorter. I don't really know, but we're going to have a big mast in the middle. We're going to have a front one, and we're going to have a back one. This front one's also going to kind of have one of those things that connects out to the front guy over here. We might bring this out farther. But anyways, for the actual shape of the hole, you can see from the front here, it's got a cool boat shape to it. Let's go ahead and get this blue stuff out of the way. The blue line right here is where the water is, and that stone block I had down there is actually the depth that we're going to be at. So we're above by 1 block for where we'll be hitting the bottom. So that's pretty good, which means hopefully we're going to be playing like we're in low tide, because otherwise I would got some problems. But anyways, it's got a cool shape to the hole right there. And then over here, I really am a fan of this guy. I think it turned out really cool. We got a big old rudder here on the back. You can see it kind of slopes in like that and comes down and kind of has that smoothed out belly. So it kind of has a wider belly for a lot of storage down at the base. We got some windows along the side that are going to be right above the water line, which I'm not huge on right now. I was thinking about, where can I grab a sprucey slab right there? Maybe doing, ooh, nope, we want you back in there. I was thinking about maybe bringing the windows up like this. Something like that, so they're just a little bit higher, but then I got to figure out kind of a way to have them more lined up with everything and kind of how we're going to actually have a window part on it, because we can't do that and then do like, I guess we could do that almost, but with like a different trap door. I don't know. We might play with that idea. All right, guys, so that's pretty much the plan right here. Let me go ahead and get the general frame of this guy shaped out here and put into our single player world over there in the actual survival side. And I'll be back to you guys as soon as we have something here to tackle moving forwards. But I think it'll be a good one. All right, guys, welcome back. So we got a lot of progress done here on the shape of the hole so far for this boat. As you guys saw from when we were looking at the version over in the super flat world, we got this sticky outy bit. Kind of comes down here, slopes all the way down, and is going down there pretty low against the bottom and comes up pretty sharply across the back. And it's looking pretty good. I got the general shape that I want to have in here for it for kind of guidelines, and we'll have to figure out how we're going to empty out the base of this. I'm curious though, is if we make these guys waterlogged right here, will the water flow into the inside? Because if it doesn't, we can actually save a lot of space and actually have a lot more space on the inside, because instead of having a full block there, we can do something like that, and it'll actually look a heck of a lot better inside, and we'll be able to do a lot more interior work in here, which I think is going to be super cool. What I want to come and show you guys here, though, is we're going to be working on bringing in the back, like, little flooring areas here itself. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go 1, 2, and then at the top half of this guy right here, we're going to bring oak slabs going all the way across, and this will be kind of the base area. Like, this will be the lowest floor in the boat, and we got a few water issues, it looks like, going all the way through this area. That's fine, though. That's something that we can easily come back in and fix. I do have a nice little bucket here with me that we can just do something like that, and bam, and kind of walk all the way along these guys. But yeah, so this is our base floor right here. We can go ahead and just fix this real quick while we're here. As you can see, it's a little painful work building underwater. Wait, that's gonna be inside the boat. Why am I waterlogging those? That's gonna need more water to get rid of later. Dang it. Okay, well, I'll fix that later. All right. Next layer is going to be full blocks that we're going to bring along the top, as you guys saw before, just to make it a little bit of a thicker floor base here. So we're going to bring this guy up there so it comes over 2, then it goes 1 like that, and then we basically are going to bring it right along through right here, and then we can go like right all the way back through here. This is basically going to be flat going all the way across, then we're going to round it out, kind of coming up to the top side in the front, but for now this will probably be pretty good. For basically the general shape here. As you can see, it kind of gives us a little bit of room to work with on both sides. The top edges of these guys will be overlapping the top a little bit, giving us a cool little lip to it. But yeah, let me go ahead and get a little bit more work done getting the base of the hole. I think I'm going to try and get the hole shaped out for at least up to the water line, so we can do a little bit more work and empty that guy out and build it up from there, and I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, welcome back. We got the whole base area here cleared out of water for the most part. We do need to go ahead and empty this out, and we will find that there are a few little spots of water underneath here. I use gravel so it's easy to clear out, because then we can just kind of mash a shovel around here instead of worrying about breaking it if we filled it with like wood or something like that, for example. But these are the guys I'm worried about here. So since these things were waterlogged, we do actually have to go and break every single one of these little spruce slabs so that we can fill them back in, and then we can come back in with some more gravel here and basically just fill this whole guy in right like that. And that's pretty much going to take all that water out of there, which is really nice. So we can go ahead and just get rid of these things all here again. And we're going to see the emptied out hull of the ship here really soon, which is awesome. Let's see, where's that guy want to come on? It's 2.5 blocks up, just so we have some more, a little bit more than standing room down here. I think we're going to get some more water right here. We are. Okay, so we can go ahead and get rid of you, and get rid of you, and then that's going to be bam and bam. And cool, perfect, that's just enough. And get those guys back in place. And now I got to go around and get rid of the rest of this stuff. Is that is full water. Okay. Actually, I got a question here. What if we do that? Okay, so water can still flow through that because that would create a source block, I guess. Yeah, it did. Okay, so we're not going to be able to actually use that back area right there, which is a bummer. So that answers the question about the source blocks for water. So I guess we do need to make sure that this bottom area is fully tight with full-size blocks going all the way around. We can't use like slabs or stairs or anything like that to create like an exterior, which is totally fine. I do need to go ahead and finish getting all this stuff gathered up here, guys, and I'll be back with you real quick so we can work on the front of the boat. This looks so freaking cool down here, guys. We're going to have so much fun working with this area, working in everything we possibly can. I don't have enough oak slabs on me right now to fill in everything, but we're basically going to be creating a stair or another floor along this level right here so that we can have that middle floor before we get up to the top. So we're going to have like all the weights and everything to keep the boat upright, and then a little bit of storage down there on the bottom. And then this level here is going to be mostly where the crew is, and if they have any weapon systems or anything like that, they're all going to be down in that area. Anyways, what I want to do for the front here, though, is we got that guy right there, and then I want to go ahead and kind of round this out a little bit more. I did kind of plan this part. We're changing up a little bit from the plan we had over in that creative test world, but basically we're going to be bringing it all the way out like this and creating this more of like an arrow pointed shape. Before I had it a little bit more rounded, so it went more like that. And basically we brought that one out, another one, this guy out too, and then it was like 1-1. And I like this kind of more sloped theme that we have going on here. So this guy again, just jumping over to the other side here, is going to look like that. We can do it from the outside here, and then we're doing the stair, and then we're going to pop this guy out right here, and then we're just going to line it up right at that point. So what this gets us into next is, because we're kind of raising this area up here, is we're actually going to have a little bit of a window guy right there. I think we are going to do those half slab windows just because I think they actually will look pretty freaking cool going all the way around. And then we can come ahead and bring this part out here. And then it also brings those half slab windows one up from where the actual base is. And then we're basically going to bring those half slab windows, I don't know why I'm calling it half slab windows, but basically they're made in between where two half slabs would go. And we do stuff like this. And that pretty much is going to bring that way all along the edge right there, as you guys can see. So we got one window, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think we want to go ahead and right back in here, I'm thinking we do like another window, but like bring it back like that. And then that guy's kind of a window right there. But yeah, so we can come ahead in here and fill in these little bits like this. I'm thinking we kind of want to add another color or something onto the side of this, because this boat being all spruce here is going to look a little boring in the end. So I don't know. We might play with the idea of bringing some other color in. I want to go ahead and get the full shape of this guy in here first, but you guys kind of get the general idea of what's going to go on here. I'm going to duplicate this over to the other side, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, welcome back. So we got all the sides over here set in place, ready to go. We got our floorboards in there for the bottom. We got some torches on both levels, so we got the mob spawns gone. And I realized that on these areas right here, you can actually go ahead and do the little slab action like that to keep it looking better and consistent on the inside. But once you jump around to the outside, you get this weird little like blue line across the whole block, and it's kind of weird. So we're going with the full blocks completely on the interior, not just where it wouldn't create source blocks. So just want to give you guys a heads up on that one. But yeah, what we're going to be doing now is I'm meant to go drop off all this gravel. I'll do that in a second. What we're going to be doing now is we're going to be working on finishing up the front of the boat here. So we're going to basically be bringing this guy in here. Then we can do like that. Then we can bring this guy up. And then I want to start arching it out to this front area here. We do need to go ahead and get a little bit of our dark oak good stuff going on in here too. But basically we're going to create like this point right here. And then we're going to basically come back and like bend this guy back here. And it should look pretty cool. We're actually going to go ahead and get rid of that oak block and bring in some dark oak here. And it'll look a little bit better, kind of like that. But yeah, so then we can basically go ahead and just stack these guys all the way up here. And that allows us to get some good little bit of like wiggle room for what our design is going to be. And gives us a lot of room to kind of work on what our design is going to be going forwards. And we're going to be doing an extra stair like there. So you can kind of see it's starting to round everything out here. And I think it really gives a cool look to it. It's kind of hard to see since we're right there. And there was my face. Then we can go ahead and bring this guy up. And then I wanted on top of this guy here, I was thinking maybe we do that to give it a little bit more of a, like just a little bit of extra stuff going on. Then here we can bring that guy up, obviously. And then this, I wanted to go ahead and make the top look a little bit more interesting here than just doing like the full blocks all day long. So I figured if we did some slabs, it would kind of help round out the front of this. I think that's looking pretty good. I think so far that's doing a good job for what we want it to. And then along here, we can keep it super easy and basically just go bam and bam. And then to keep it on level with that guy right there, just to help us smooth it out a little bit more, we can go ahead and do some work like this. And then another slab right like that. And I think that's going to help out a lot with kind of smoothing everything out here. But yeah, so we can see the front of the boat's really starting to come in together here. And I think this guy looks a lot better now that we have it in the water instead of before it was floating in the air. I think now that's actually got that kind of water line cut on it and everything, I think it's starting to look pretty good. I do want to go ahead and maybe rework the front of this a little bit more, but we'll see on that. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this over to the other side here real quick, guys, and I'll be back with you. Well, guys, I think this thing's finally looking like a boat, which is really cool. So we got the walls placed in along the whole front area now, and I need to grab some food so we can eat some chicken while we're talking here. So we got the walls, or not the walls, the sides of the boat placed in along the front. I think it's looking pretty cool. I'm almost wishing that I made this middle section, like stretch it out like another 4 blocks. Like just took this and just like went whoop and just like added on another 4 blocks and pushed all that back and add like another 2 windows in the middle. But at this point, I think we're just going to go with it because we'd have to redo the whole entire hole and then all that stuff. This is just a live and you learn type boat build, I guess. It's turning out pretty cool. And there's one thing I'm missing right there, and it's that little guy. But one thing we need to do is extend these guys up just a little bit more so they make a little bit more sense for where they're going to be in the future. This guy here, we're going to go ahead and do 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. We'll just kind of extend him all the way up there just because we're going to be working on building up this back section right here. What I want to do with you guys now, though, is we need to go ahead and start working on what the heck this thing's going to be looking like. Let me figure out what we're looking at right there. So we got a little half slab guy right there out into another full block. So what we probably want to do here is something like this, and then do a full block. I'm just kind of remembering this from the design we did before. Then we kind of stretch this guy out to here. I think we want to do that and then go bam. And I want to do like a 3 wide window at the back here, but for now we're just going to go ahead and fill them in. And I think that's going to go all the way like that. I think that more or less is the plan I was thinking of. So we can go ahead and this guy right here, that was one right there. Then bring that up. And then what do we do? What are you? You're a full block. And is there a stair below that guy? I'm just trying to make sure everything we do here is symmetrical and everything, because the worst thing you could possibly do with a boat is to make all your sides just look really dumb. That's basically it. So we got another stair block right there, and then we can do bam, and then bam, 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 and then all the way up to the top. We got that guy. How's this looking from the back here? Is that looking okay? That's not bad. We could do that. I'm almost thinking we want to bring this dark oak bit here. We probably want to go ahead and do that, and then grab a half slab and do that, just kind of to extend it down a little bit more. Maybe we actually don't do the half slab. What if we brought in like a fence or something like that? But that's looking pretty good. Let me go ahead and sleep real quick, guys. I'll be right back with you. All right, so I did a little bit more messing around here, and I got kind of what's going to look like a pretty good side back here for this guy. You can kind of see, what if we actually go ahead and bring you down right there, just to help round that guy out a little bit more. And then, actually, I like that all the way up there. Is that already a half slab? Okay, that is a half slab right there. All right, we're just gonna bring that little one down right there. Then what we can do is transition over here, and you're actually gonna be sticking right out to there. We can do that guy, and then from this point, we need to go ahead and probably get up on top. It'll be a little bit easier to do that from up there, but I want to show you guys kind of what we got going on here. Do we have any of this stuff on us? We do. Oh my gosh, that's gonna make this stuff so much easier. So 1, 2, 3, and then bam, right there. Cool, perfect. Right here, so we got the little half slab guy right there. What we're gonna do is extend you out as a full block right there to help kind of bring everything in. We got this little bit sticking out here, and we can go ahead and extend that half slab out right there. And more or less, these guys are all coming up. As you can see, our little window right there, we're just basically stacking on top of that guy just to give us a little bit more room to work with here, giving ourselves a little bit more depth in this whole thing. Then right here, we're gonna go ahead and bring in another one of these guys right like that. And then on the back here, it comes out with another stair. You can see the general idea of what it's kind of lining everything out to be here. The back of these ships is kind of where I struggle the most. So this guy's going to take me quite a while to get right, I think. So I'll tell you guys what, I'm going to go ahead and mess with and get one of these sides to where I want it to be a little bit more, I think. And then I'll come back with you guys and we can build the other one. I can show you guys how that all works. That's a great thing with building a boat, is both sides are the exact same. So if I build one, I can always show you guys the other one. All right, welcome back, guys. So we got a lot more work going on here. This whole side over here, I pretty much got ironed out. This whole back part right there is a little flat now that I want to do that big window on the back end. But so we'll see what we do that one in the end. But yeah, we got an extra window in right there just so we can have something into the captain's room. This is supposed to be like the captain's quarters area right back up here, and I figured they'd have a big old cool window or something or another, but we might skin, and dang it, we're back in the water. We might skinny this guy up just a little bit here because right now it's basically like just a 5x5 wall going up there. Now, I'm not a huge fan of that guy, but anyways, what I want to start with right here is basically showing you guys how I ended up working up the top of this guy and basically bring up these stairs to basically be in 3 of them. Bring that in, and then we do bam and bam, and then right here we do bam bam. And then at this point, it's basically just bringing these guys in like that. And that is basically how we did the top line of it. You can see that kind of even slope going up there. Then these guys come all the way in through here. And then where do we have that window? The window lines up to be right at that point. I know I'm just kind of looking over here to make sure we got everything in place. But that's kind of how we're working through this guy right now. At the back of that one, though, I think we want to go ahead. I think I actually, to add a little bit of interest here, I think I did a stair right there, but you know, the other way, the way that would make it stand up right. Let's see, can we get a little area to work on down here? Let's see. All right, perfect. So right there, and then we got that guy. And beyond that, we want to go ahead and basically bring you right down to there. There, yes? No. No, what did we do there? Let's go take a look at the other side. So that point right there would be a stair. We did another stair. Look at that. Got to use those rounded curves and things like that from the stairs and everything, and it's looking pretty solid. So and then I think this guy right here, I'm assuming that's another stair to kind of help round that area out because that looks like it makes sense. And yeah, if we can go ahead and stop floating here, that is the general shape of the hole, and that is looking freaking awesome. Okay, okay, I like this one a lot. As you guys can probably see already, I did take that little dark oak strip going all the way up to the top off of the back section, just so that we could kind of have that darker area, or that area right up there before the window. I like the dark oak strip being kind of down in that ornamental front part to it, but other than that, I don't know. I think I like it how it is right now. What I've been doing is kind of walking back here and just sitting on this thing, and you guys will be able to see a little bit what I mean about it. It's a little kind of chunky. But I think that's also because we don't have a whole lot going on around it yet. But that right there, that's our boat, guys. I think this looks really awesome. You know, now that we got that side bit in, or the back end of it in, it's actually looking pretty good here. Yeah, I do. You know what, though? We do need something else. We need some way to break up the color along here. I'll tell you guys what. I think what I want to do is, because we're using oak as the floor, I don't really want to bring in acacia yet. I'd love using acacia as the base for boats, like kind of underneath for a different colored hole. So like, it's like if you see that, you know, it's about to tip over. You'll see that a lot of like boats where they have a different colored underneath or the different colored bottom hole and whatnot. But yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to go grab some birch and try and do like a strip right along there just to see what the color change would do to it. So let me go ahead and do that, guys. I'll sleep the night away, get that one done, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, welcome on back. We are ready to end this episode off here. We got our little birch lines in going all over the place, and they're looking pretty freaking fancy. Beyond that, I did go ahead and put the mast beams in. We are going to be touching up those guys. Next episode, though, we'll be coming back and detailing out the rest of this guy, finishing it up, and pretty much doing all like the little minor work here and there. I did come through and add these little trapdoors in to make it look more like a window. They don't quite cover the whole thing, but it's about the best we can do, because if we did one on the top and one on the bottom, it looked kind of dumb. Also, back here, I shaped this guy out a little bit better so it doesn't look totally like a brick. And then we went ahead and added some glass windows in, kind of for the captain's quarter. We got little glass windows here on the side too. And then also we have a rudder down here, a big old just spruce wood trapdoor rudder type thing. I think this guy is looking pretty freaking awesome. I really am happy with the ship that we have going on here, guys. This thing is super cool. If you guys are enjoying the boat build, let me know. I did do a little bit of work up here. We have our staircase going down to this guy, and then we have another staircase going all the way down to the storage room and the hole and all that good stuff down there. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this one, you gotta let me know and see if we want to test out some more boat designs. We got to fill up this whole thing, and we got to fill up that whole thing over there, and then we got to take those icebergs down. Yeah, inside the captain's quarter, we got a little bit of setup here behind a dark oak door. Got a nice little light. We got some good space to do like a whole captain's quarter thing in here. We got a little storage room. Another little storage room with some spruce doors I just had on me, and we got a lot of cool stuff going here. This one will be really fun to turn into like a little quarters area. I want to do a lot more like little rooms instead of turning this into like one whole big flowing area. I want to break it up into rooms. So we're gonna have like a pathway that'll go to here, obviously, but beyond that, I want to put like a wall in here or something. So we gotta have a rooms back here. Maybe you get to them by going around back like that or something. I don't know. We'll figure that one out next episode. We'll do a lot of planning, a lot of building of little interior things in here. Anyways, this episode's getting super long, so it's time for the comment or question of the day. This guy is from Marholo100. He says, I don't understand how you managed to survive mining sessions like these. Do you listen to music? Do you listen to books like Mumbo? Mumbo always talks about how he loves listening to podcasts and books and things like that while he does his mining thing, so that's where that one came from, where he does like his hour-long time lapse or something. I personally actually love watching YouTube videos. I'm still really figuring out how I want to represent myself on YouTube. So a lot of what I do to kind of learn how other people do things is I just go watch a bunch of videos. So there's a bunch of channels that I watch consistently, and then if I run through all those and I'm still working on a project, I got a bunch of secondary channels. Then always, if that record button is not going like it is right now, I always have music playing. I cannot sit in my apartment without some sort of music playing. I'm not even a huge like a music junkie. I just hate sitting in the silence. I need something going on beyond like game sounds. I cannot listen to Minecraft music. It doesn't matter what game I'm playing. Even if the soundtrack's amazing, I can't sit there listening to it. I don't know what it is, but after a while, I just need to get my own music going back in there. But yeah, that's pretty much that one. I listen to a lot of music. I've recently actually been getting into podcasts. If you guys haven't checked out the Spawn Chunks by Pixel Riff, and I'm breaking on the other dude's name. It's like John, maybe John. Oh, I feel really bad. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, I've been listening to the Spawn Chunks Minecraft podcast recently, and they're doing actually a really good job with that one. If you guys are interested in Minecraft themed podcasts, definitely go check that one out. I think it's on every place that you could find a podcast. I don't know. I don't listen to very many of them. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Coda got a toy. So I should end this one off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you on the flip side.